On the night of her wedding, Mary screamed, but no one heard her. The door was locked from the inside, and her new husband, Daniel, stood outside banging on the door with all his strength. "Mary! Open the door! What's happening?" But Mary could not speak. She sat on the floor shaking, holding her head with both hands. Something was wrong. It all started hours before the wedding. Mary's original wedding dress was damaged by rain during delivery. It came in soaked and stained. There was no time to fix it. Her aunt, who had arrived from a distant village, gave her an old wedding dress she had carried along, just in case. "This dress has been in our family for years," her aunt said. "It's lucky." Mary was not sure, but she had no choice. The dress fit perfectly, too perfectly. As soon as she wore it, she felt cold. Not normal cold, deep cold. Inside her chest, inside her bones. She told her mother, "You're just nervous." Her mother replied, "You'll be fine after the vows." Mary forced a smile. The wedding ceremony went smoothly. The guests danced. Everyone clapped. Photos were taken. Mary and Daniel held hands and looked happy, but inside, Mary felt different. Heavy. Like she was not alone inside her own body. That night in the hotel room, Daniel stepped into the bathroom. Mary stood in front of the mirror in her wedding dress. Then, it began. The lights flickered. Her reflection smiled. But she wasn't smiling. She touched her face. Her reflection didn't move. Then her eyes turned black in the mirror. Mary screamed and fell to the floor. Now she sat there, shaking. The dress would not come off. It was stuck to her skin like glue. And something inside the dress was breathing. Daniel kept banging on the door. "Mary, please, open!" But Mary couldn't move. She tried to unzip the dress, but the zipper had disappeared. Her fingers slid over the back of the gown. It felt smooth. Too smooth. There was no zip, no button, nothing. It was like the dress had become part of her body. She looked at her hands. Her fingers were turning pale. Her skin felt cold and tight. She tried to pull the sleeves off, but they wouldn't budge. The more she pulled, the tighter they became. The lights flickered again. Then she heard it. A whisper. Not from Daniel. Not from outside. From inside the dress. It said her name. Mary. Her heart jumped. She stood up quickly and looked into the mirror. Her reflection stood still. Then it turned its head to the side. Even though Mary hadn't moved, she gasped and stepped back. Behind her, the bathroom door opened, and Daniel ran in. "Mary! What's going on?" He stopped when he saw her. She looked frozen. Her skin was pale. Her eyes were wide open. "Mary, talk to me," he said. Mary pointed at the mirror. "I saw... it moved." Daniel looked, but the mirror was normal. He walked closer to her. "What's wrong with the dress?" he asked. "Let's take it off." He tried to lift the gown over her head, but it wouldn't move. He pulled harder. "Daniel, stop! It hurts!" Mary cried. The fabric stretched, but didn't tear. Daniel stepped back. "What kind of dress is this?" he asked. "I told you," Mary said. "It won't come off." They both stared at the dress. Then Daniel noticed something. On the sleeve was a strange mark. A small red symbol, almost hidden in the design. He touched it. Mary screamed. Her body shook, and the dress got tighter. Mary lay on the hotel bed. Her breathing was fast. Her skin was cold. Daniel placed a blanket over her, but it didn't help. She whispered, "Something is inside this dress." Daniel sat beside her, holding her hand. "We need help," he said. "I'm calling your aunt." Mary's eyes widened. "No," she said. "She gave me the dress." Daniel paused. "What do you mean?" "I think she knew something. She brought this dress too quickly, like she planned it." Daniel stood up and picked up Mary's phone. He scrolled to the aunt's number and called. She answered on the first ring. "Yes?" "Auntie, it's Daniel. Something is wrong with Mary's dress. We can't remove it. There's a mark on the sleeve. Mary is in pain." There was a long silence. Then the aunt spoke. "Don't touch the mark again. Whatever you do, don't try to tear the dress." Daniel frowned. "Why?" "Because it will fight back," she said in a quiet voice. "What are you saying?"
The aunt sighed. That dress is from my mother's wedding. It was meant to protect brides, but something changed. A bride once died in it. Since then, we keep it away. I didn't want to bring it, but your bride needed help. Daniel shouted, So you gave her a cursed dress? It was the only one I had, she replied. I didn't think it would activate. Activate? What does that mean? If the bride has fear in her heart on her wedding day, the dress takes control, she said. Daniel looked at Mary. She was crying now. I was afraid, she whispered. I didn't want to marry so fast. Daniel dropped the phone. He looked at the mirror again. This time, the reflection was gone. The mirror was empty. There was no one inside it. Just darkness.
Mary tried to sit up, but the dress felt heavier. Her arms were weak. Her back started to feel stiff. Daniel rushed to her side. We need to cut this off, he said. I don't care what your aunt says. He ran to the kitchen corner of the hotel suite and grabbed a small knife. Mary shook her head. No! She said it will fight back. I don't care, Daniel said. I won't let it take you. He gently placed the knife against the bottom of the dress and made a small cut. The lights in the room went off. Everything went dark. Mary screamed. Daniel dropped the knife. The air became cold. The walls made a strange cracking sound like something heavy was pressing against them. Then they heard footsteps, but not on the floor. On the ceiling. The sound moved above them slowly, step by step. Mary held Daniel's arm tightly. What's happening? She whispered. Daniel picked up his phone and turned on the flashlight. The light flickered but stayed on. They looked up. There was nothing. Then a voice filled the room, low, cold, female.
She did not love him. She wore the dress in fear.
Mary's mouth opened. She could not breathe. Daniel held her. Who are you? He asked the voice.
I am the first,
it said.
the bride who died in pain.
Mary's tears rolled down her cheeks. I didn't mean to fear, she said. I didn't mean to disrespect you. The voice answered.
Then prove it.
How? Daniel asked. The voice replied.
She must finish what she started. She must face him, the one she did not love.
Suddenly the mirror began to show something. Not their reflection, but John, Mary's ex-boyfriend. He was standing in a church, smiling. Mary gasped. I never told anyone. Daniel stared at her. Is that who you truly loved? He asked. Mary said nothing, but the dress pulled tighter around her chest. Mary sat up slowly. Her face was pale, her lips were shaking. Daniel stared at her. You loved someone else? He asked again. Mary nodded slowly. I tried to forget him. I tried to move on, but deep inside, I still thought about John. Daniel stood up and turned away. The voice from the dress spoke again. The dress only accepts truth, not lies, not fear. Mary took a deep breath. I was not ready for marriage. I agreed because my parents pushed me. They said Daniel was a good man, and he is, but I lied to myself. The dress loosened slightly. Daniel turned back toward her. So, everything was fake? He asked. Mary looked down. No. I care about you. You're kind, you're patient. But I wasn't honest with you or myself. Daniel walked to the window and stood in silence. Mary stood from the bed. The dress was not as tight anymore. She walked to the mirror. It showed her again. Not the spirit, not John, just Mary. Then she spoke clearly. I release the lie. I speak the truth. I was afraid. I wasn't ready. But now I choose to face it. The dress made a low sound like fabric tearing from inside. Then it slid off her body, just like that. It dropped to the floor, flat and quiet. Daniel turned and saw her standing there in her slip, free. The lights in the room came back on. The air became warm. The mirror showed only one thing now. Mary turned to Daniel. "I'm sorry," she said. "You didn't deserve this." Daniel nodded. "I just wanted a true partner." Mary walked to the bed, picked up her phone, and called her parents. "I need to tell you something." That night, they did not sleep as husband and wife, but they both slept in truth. The end.
Thank you for watching the video to the end. If you find this video interesting, do well to hit the subscription button, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell for new stories.